When the 55 is in the sun, the 55 is about abundance, it is about spirit, and you will either have one of the three different crosses or purposes. So we have the right angle cross of the sleeping phoenix, we have moods, and we have spirit. So let's start off with the right angle cross of sleeping phoenix. What is going to happen in the 55? The 55 is actually taking on a massive change and mutation in the year 2027. And that's why we have this sensation where right now that I'm recording this, it's the 2020 year. We are stepping more into our spirit every day as human beings. So there's going to be this deep spirit awareness that comes through us. And the nature of the phoenix is that it rises up from the ashes. So the 55 resides over in the emotional intelligence, which really is our solar plexus center. And there's a deep burning sexual sensation that happens in that center. There just is. And there's going to be a massive mutation in our spirit, in the way we interact sexually. And this change is really allowing us to get deep into our own spirit. Now, in saying that, some of the things that can happen in this particular gate is we can have eating disorders and sexual disorders. We can have love sickness in this particular gate. So what are some of the things that you could bring wealth to you based off of having the sleeping phoenix as your purpose? Well, you're designed to take bumps and keep moving, walking through those ashes and rising yourself up. There's going to be many times where you feel like the rug got pulled right out from under you and you start fresh and rise up out of those ashes. Now you get to teach other people how to do that as well. When you stand in who you are and you take those bumps and knockdowns as you walk through life and you rise up, you also help other people rise up. And it's about responding. There's a 34-20 here in the sleeping phoenix, the 55, the 59, 34, and the 20. So it's all about the response and responding to what is correct for you to experience and then rise up from. That spirit is going to come through you. And what's important for you as well, get yourself a really good coach that can help you walk through all these ups and downs in your life, and just so that you can see the beauty of all of your experiences. Whether they've knocked you down and you've had to rise up again, that's what's precious here in the sleeping phoenix, is bringing people to that ability to drop into their own melancholy and their own creative process and pull themselves out of that based off of responding to who wants your spirit. Then we move to the moods, the juxtaposition of moods. What we have here is that we go from the 55, 59, 34, 30, or 34, 20 to the 55, 59, 9, 6. So this is about details and skills. So all of a sudden what you're going to notice is that your moods are going to be your guide, and then paying attention to detail work and identifying with skills. And what can happen here is that there can be enormous amount, again, of melancholy. And for the most part, human beings don't understand melancholy. So what's important is that with these moods, understanding that melancholy actually is the space and the place in between the notes where you and I get to drop in real creative muse and real mutative energy into us. And because of that, because of this consciousness that is built right into this particular gate, that consciousness is going to come out in our creativity and our moods. And it's okay to be, moody on both ends of the spectrum, whether that be in the highs or the lows. Now, how can you gain money here? Well, allowing people to recognize their own moods in sexual interactions, to recognize detailed work and identifying with skills. So there could be numerous different spaces where you could collect wealth with this. And that is, helping people with detailed work, helping people identify with their skills, and giving people a break to know that it's okay if you don't feel like practicing today for 20 hours, but tomorrow you do, and not forcing people into doing any of that, allowing them to be in their own moods and allow for whatever mood to guide them. Left angle cross of the spirit. So what's really important here is that these people need to have good food and good love in their lives, or can get quite devastating for them. So you're dealing with the basic themes of sex and food, and your spirit really shines here when you do have a healthy sexual life, when you do have healthy food. And overlooking any kind of the details can lead to great failure. So left angle cross the spirit. Now, how could you make money here? And I apologize, this here should be a 9, not a 6. It should say 59 or 55, 59, 9, 6. So how do you make money with a left angle cross the spirit? Well, this is karmic. So you could be, maybe have a subscription process for good wines, to get good wines into people's hands. Maybe you create a business where charcuterie apparently is a big thing right now, where meat and cheese and fresh fruits are sent out to people. This is high class, really yummy food, yummy sexuality. So maybe along with that subscription to a good wine, maybe they get a really good book with that as well. Maybe you add on a book club where everybody gets together and they drink wine and book and they read the book that you send out per month. All kinds of things like that can happen here. Now, again, the left angle cross of moods, it really is to help people understand that their moods really are their guidance. And then the sleeping phoenix, this is all about rising up out of the ashes. And how can you present that to people so that they also feel as though any of their failures or knockdowns in life were well worth it. So play around with the wealth here, and we will see what comes up in our coaching calls.